okay. So Will, you can, I think you got everything. So can you kind of explain to them how you did, how your mindset works for all of this?
I'll just explain the flow, and then if you hear me say anything that you disagree with or want to add on, just interrupt me. All right. So I started out just with the card class like is requested, and then it tells you that you have to have two instance variables. One is a string called suit, the other is an integer called face. Then it requests that you make a explicit constructor. And so for this case, clearly you're going to be assigning the two variables, or the two instance variables, this one being the string, this one being the int. And basically you have to do this dot suit to reference these instance variables here, because this variable that you're assigning it to has the same name. So when you say this, it's basically saying this is the one that I referenced up here, and this is an instance variable. That's why this one's green and this one's black.
Yeah, very good, very good.
And so once you have your constructor set up, you have to have a method that gets the suit. So all this does is when the method is called, it just returns the suit. It's pretty simple. And then I'll just try and explain the compare method here. So it's set up public so you can reference it in the other class, and it's a Boolean, so it's going to have to either return true or return false. It can't return anything else, and is less than. And so what you're going to have to do is, I'll show you over here in main in a sec, but you have to reference this argument from the main, and then you have to give it something to pass through. So I'll show you that in a sec. But the logic behind it is, this one is coming in as card C, which I defined in main, and this one is coming in as card A, which is also defined in main. So if card C is greater than A, then you get true, but if the opposite, then you get false. So that's the main there. And so when you do your main...
Can you zoom out?
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
So when you do your main, you have to reference the constructor. Well, you don't reference it, but you create a new object. So you would say card, which references this class, and then you create a new object called card A or whatever. I think it says card A in the thing, so that's what you'll call it. And then new card, and basically this is saying this is my suit and this is my face. So it passes here and here. That's why there's two places separated by 1 comma. And if there were 3, there would be 2 commas and 3 different values for the constructor. And once you do that, all you got to do is reference the 2 functions, and it spits back the suit of each one. And this is the part that tripped me up a little bit. So in order to compare, clearly you have to have card A and card C to be referenced over here in order to compare them. So for card A, you have to, what did you say? Is this a reference, Dr. Liu?
No, this is the owner.
Okay,
of
yeah.
that is less than method.
So the owner that calls this function is card A, so that's how it gets over there. And then you pass card C as an argument.
Yeah, very good. Argument.
And so,
yeah.
And so when you call it as an argument, it's going to be passed here no matter what you call or what you call this variable. It's referencing that function. So you just put whatever variable here and then reference that variable in your logic. And then since the owner of this function is card A, then clearly if you just call face, it's going to give you the owner value of that variable or
that object.
That object, yes.
Yeah, and just one minor thing I would like to correct you, Will.
Yep.
Is X, we don't call it a variable. X here, we call it a parameter.
Parameter, okay.
Method parameter. Just remember, a method has basically need at least 3 parts. Return type is a Boolean. The name here is called is less than. The third one is parameter list, parameters. So here parameter is a, and the parameter type. The parameter needed to have a type. The type is card. That makes sense?
Yep.
So always remember, whenever you write a method, not a constructor. Constructor doesn't have return type, okay? Or other method, you need to provide a return type first, and then name, then parameter, okay? And then adds on. So can you try? So where can you try? We have get suit. Can you add another method called get face?
Yep.
And how do you test it in main? So can you explain the whole logic you just did?
Yeah. So, I mean, it functions just like the get suit. So as opposed to when we reference it in the main, we're just going to reference a different value. So like I explained over here, when you do card A dot get face, the card A is the owner. So when you reference it in card and you say face, you're going to get the face value for the owner of the function, which in this case is card A. And just to make it more simple and give a readout, I just did the face value of card A and then referenced card A and called the function with card A as the owner. So it should work.
Yeah, we got it. Very good. Okay, then go back to card class. Can you add another set method called set card? No. You got the wrong place. Yeah.
What would the value of that one be?
Just think about set method. Generally speaking, the return type should be what?
Void.
Void, yeah.
Set face or set?
Set a card. Set the whole card. So both suit and the face. How do we do that? The parameter. Think about the parameter. Set method, you need to provide a parameter. What should the parameter be? Just think about it. You are going to assign suit and the face. So what do you need to do?
Something like this. This
Yeah.
looks like a constructor.
Yeah. Very good. You got it. Yeah. And then in main, let's see. This time I want you to change card C, not card A, card C to some other values. How do you do that? Because your card C, it's a space. It says, I wanted you to change it, to update it. So you can specify whatever. That's logical. We also have blob, is it?
Hearts.
What's the suit? Oh, heart. Yeah. Yeah. And then you re-output card C. But here you just, okay, very good. Then you can go ahead and run it. Yeah, we got it. Is it? So you see, set method, the purpose a lot of times for updating your objects. Is it? You can use it to update. Is it? Okay, so here you output the suit and the face. Each user gets to get fit. And can you go back to card class? You remember we also learned the toString method. Can you try to write that toString method? Or you can refer your our class example toString and then figure it out. How do you write a toString for this card class?
See if I can find it here.
Yeah, that time class. Yeah. Very good. And I then think this will help your lab 2 a lot.
Do you know the name of the Java file for the
It's called
toString?
time.java in our notes, class notes part. And toString method.
Mm-hmm.
How do you write the toString for card? So here, what I want you to output to return the string is you have the suit and the face value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is a new. So this is a local variable, right?
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Yeah, you understand it. Local variable. Yeah. No, you cannot do string equal.
Yeah. Sorry, I goofed. Integer is integer.
Integer, that it's not exactly the same. So what here you can do is, I would like you do using suit is then suit, and the face is then face.
So it'd be suit.toString.
Not a suit toString. Go back to your card class. First, I want you to output suit is. This is string literal. So you need to have quotation mark. Quotation, double quotation.
Sorry.
It's a string.
Oh.
Suit, type suit is, and the comma. Oh, not comma, colon, and the space. And then following that space at a plus. Yeah, then the suit value. Yes, yeah,
Or would
correct.
it be this dot
Yeah,
suit?
this dot suit, yeah. And then plus a space, quotation mark. How about let's do a /n. Before face, let's do /n.
Oh, do you put that in the quotations?
Yeah.
That starts a new line? Okay.
Yeah, no, forward slash.
Isn't that a forward slash?
No, the backward. Yeah. Okay, same thing. Face is, and the colon, and the space, and then do plus again, and then just do this dot value or dot face. Yeah. Okay, then this. Yeah, and then you need to do what?
Oh.
Very good. Yeah, you got it. Very good. Okay, then how do we test it? So in main, what do you need to do? So you can suppose a card C, okay?
Oh.
Then what you should do? No, can you directly call the method? Just think of no, that's not going to work because the toString, who is the owner of toString? Always remember you need to know card C. I want you to card C. Yeah. Okay, let's try to run it to see what it looks like. Is it? Did you get it? I cannot see. Yeah, you see it? That makes sense now?
Yep.
To everybody? So Will, can you kind of explain this whole logic about toString now?
Yeah, I think so. So the purpose, of course, for toString is basically to take all this information and convert it into one long string. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the purpose of toString is just to take all the parts, which is suit and face, and just turn it into one long string rather than passing each object individually. And basically, I mean, you guys know syntax and how to set this up. I mean, you just have a small splice of a string here with the value and the \n, which goes to a new line, as you can see, or else this would be full. And then this dot face, which just references the other value. And you set that string value to new string, and then you return new string. And in main, once again, you just can choose which one you want to own it. So if you choose card C, you're going to get the face value and the suit value for card C because it owns the.
Okay, let's do this. Go back to the card.java class. And before the public string toString, that line, can you move your cursor to the line before? No, before, ahead of, yeah, here, the black line. Can you add the at sign? No, at sign. Yeah, at. And then do override. Override. Oh, maybe you needed to do capital line. Just the first letter, override. Yeah. Override. There's something wrong, override. Override. Maybe you write it wrong.
I don't know. Is that over two
another?
R's?
Yeah.
It's 2 R's. 2 R's.
Okay, after you do this,
Spelling
let's
is
go
not
back.
my strong suit.
Let's go back to the main file. And this time get rid of the .toString. You just do print line C. No. Hold the whole. Just get rid of the toString method call. Dot and the dot. Yeah, and run it again. Did you see? You even don't need to call the toString. It still works. Yeah, it will automatically call that toString.
Why is that?
Yeah, so later on, after we learn the next unit, this is regarding inheritance, because the toString method is inherited from object class, the superclass of the whole Java objects. Okay, so all of the class you created inherited from that superclass, and that superclass has a toString method, and here you override that method, you provide your own version. Okay, you can try this. You can comment out from the override comment out the whole, the whole method. Comment out the whole, you do /star. The whole method start from override. No, start from override. Yeah, /*, and the ending of the method also add another slash or another asterisk. Do block comments. Do another asterisk /. Yeah. Okay. Then if you run this program again, did you see you won't have your card? Is it information? You have some weird thing called quiz1.card, some address. Is it? So that's because you didn't override the method, but that method still exists. So that's why if you call system.out.println card C, it's still output something for you because it automatically calls the toString, even though you never write it. Is that even though you never write the toString method, but it's still automatically call it. That's because the method already exists in superclass. Later on, we are going to learn this. Okay, here just to give you some idea. Does this make sense? Everything here? Okay, then let's go back to main. Okay, Andrew, you said you have some arrow. And Andrew? Andrew Crenshaw, is it? You said your code has arrow? He is not answering. Do you want to share your code? You can do share screen if you want. If you don't mind, you can share your code. And I will get the fixing job to you. Can you try to see what his code arrow is? Can you zoom out?
Sure.
Can you zoom out? Andrew, can you zoom out your code? Can you do Alt scroll up? It's too small. It's very hard for me to see. Can you zoom out?
Oh, I'm trying to. It won't let me though.
Go down Alt and
Where? How
scroll
did
up.
you? Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh.
Larger? It's still too small.
Oh, larger. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Will, can you see some problem? Because he doesn't have the card.java file.
So you have your main and your card class in the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot do that. If you want to put both of them together, you need to get rid of the public ahead of card class. If you remove that public class card, remove the public. Just remove the public. No, keep class. No, keep class, just remove public.
It's still aired.
Your main. Is
My
it
guess would
because
be
you create? I
My
think
guess
that
would be it's a problem with curly brackets. Probably you probably have something contained. So click on that first curly bracket. Yeah.
Can you get your mouse to that little red dot to see what it says about your arrow?
To the left, yeah.
What did it say? I cannot see. It's too small.
It says class, whatever the class name is public, should be declared in a file named class name.java.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So is it your class? Your file name is different. You need to name the same name. Your .java file. Where can you show us your Java file?
It's right here on my mouse.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
capitalized. CS is capitalized on the left, but it's so is quiz. The Q in quiz. Thank you.
I cannot see. It's too small.
Yeah.
Now I will not approve this. We all needed to learn how to get the card class by itself. I don't want you to have everything in a single file. You need to move the card class to a different Java file in the same project.
Okay.
Also just makes it a lot easier to keep track of, that I find.
No, I just learned to do it like and to put them all in the same file.
No, that's not what in this class I will ask you all to do, because that's also in the professional world. You need to learn to create a class independently in its own file. How to do that? Can you get your card class to an individual file? Not here, not here. No, stop.
Okay.
Go to your project, the source. Go to the source under, yeah, you need to add a new Java class, yeah. And then just name it as card. And then copy, yeah. Go back to your, no, you shouldn't, no, you get it wrong. Your card class, for some reason, it's not in the same package. You got it wrong. No, you needed to put your mouse on the CS265 folder. Yeah, under here, then do new Java class, yeah. And then do card class. And then get rid of that default package. Delete it. Delete it, yeah. And then get your whole card class here. And then remove that card class from your other file. No, remove everything. Now you can try to rerun it. Yeah. Okay, so everybody got it? That's the whole procedure, okay. Very good. In chat, someone also identify your issue, okay. So everybody got it? Any other question? And if no question, then I'm going to stop recording.